America's got rich and we lost millions of young people. This is how capitalism perpetuates. You lend money to countries going to war, you lend money to the other country going to war. There's a mass orgy of murder and death. The elites stay in power and we lose another generation of people. World War I, World War II, Korean War, Vietnam, Gulf War I, Gulf War II, Gulf War II and a half, Afghanistan edition. Stupid, are we just meant to be nice obedient consumers while you go about working for the elites and killing lots of people around the world? Is that how it works? I'd like to ask all the police here to please, when you find yourself up against a group of protesters, remember there's lots of people filming, so if you're naughty, it will get caught on camera, as we've seen. It's not like people have died or anything. Oh, but they have, so... Yeah. So, brutality all ties together. Just because you've got a very smart uniform on, doesn't make you any different to us. So please remember when there's a protest to treat us as equals, because we are equal human beings. And until we've done a crime, a boo-boo, we're just totally normal and equal. So please, policemen and ladies, policewomen, do your research. Find out who your controllers are. Find out who tells the government that pays your salary with our taxes. Find out who the governments work for. It's been approaching a one-world government for a long time now. G8, G20, David Rockefeller, Council on Foreign Relations, Royal Institute of International Affairs. All part of the globalist agenda. It's not a war on terror, it's a war on personal freedom. And I'm sure deep down in their hearts the police know this too. They hate having to search your backpack in a train station. They hate having to stop you and ask your details if you're black or Asian. It brutalizes them, it stresses them out. Police are just human too. So please, I ask all the police, next time come along out of uniform in your own time and join us. We want peace and love, we want to stop the killing. So arresting us or truncheoning us doesn't really help. I urge you, going round, if you have what's left to end this slaughter, to end this senseless slaughter in Afghanistan. No one rules if no one obeys. The world is becoming very strange now. We all sense something very weird is coming. Lots of people are starting to wake up. But just remember, the elites have no control over you except what's in your head. You project your reality. So if you stay scared of them, they win. If you want to be really rich, they win. Because they have money, you want money, they control you. That's how it works.
I'm here because, well, war carries on. Enough people around the world are starting to see through the lies of the British, American and Israeli governments, which they're working together. Enough people are starting to realize it's private banking, families running these institutions, lending money to people to go to war with each other. How far the evil goes down, I don't know, but evil does exist, and luckily in Britain up until now, we're still allowed to speak freely, we're still allowed to come out here and demonstrate, so just here to help out.
Yeah, what will be the result of your demonstration?
The result of my demonstration, I might upload a few things to my YouTube channel. I've got footage of a lady getting arrested for doing the exact same thing I've been doing with a megaphone, so they arrested her, yet when we all came over they didn't arrest us, so why are the police shutting down free speech? This is meant to be a free country, we're meant to be selling democracy to the world.
The government is wrong. Believe our strategy in Afghanistan is true. What do you think?
They're telling lies. They know it's not true. They know it's a massive orgy of murder and death. Yet they are controlled by other people. Gordon Brown, Tony Blair, George Bush, Obama, they're not really the controllers. It's Wall Street, it's the city, it's the money interests, and there's big business in killing, there's big business in regenerating a country, there's big business in spreading American imperialism. So it's very obvious. It's about power, money, and control. And they know they're lying. They know it's killing lots of people, which is why they don't kill all of us. They could send, special forces to go around and kill demonstrators for speaking the truth, but they don't, because deep down they're ashamed of it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
So it keeps war in your mind. Veterans Day, Armed Forces Day, all the news, all about war. Lots of cool soldiers with big guns running around mud hut villages, blowing up Taliban with grenades. War, war, war. War is good. And check this out. They have the audacity to put over there on that big plinth over there, the glorious death. Oh yeah, death is cool. Death is glorious. Make the sacrifice. They're not going to send their kids to go and die. They're going to send your kids to go and die in Iraq and Afghanistan. The cycle continues. When has war ever solved anything? Yeah, some people say war solved the Nazis, but it was actually the Americans and the European private banks which funded the Nazis, so that argument kind of falls apart. And it all gets a bit complicated when our royal family is full of German blood as well, and they're all part of the same Masonic group. So please, do some homework. Look up the Council of Foreign Relations. Everyone's a member. Obama, George Bush, Dick Cheney. It's all up from David Rockefeller. Look up the Rothschilds family. Look up the Fabian Society. Tony Blair and Gordon Brown are both Fabians of the Fabian variety. This isn't a free country, this is a livestock management program. Livestock management, you're the cattle, you're the sheeple, you're the big bovine masses that they have to keep distracted and stupid with things like Beyonce, Britney Spears, Britain's Got Talent, America's Got Talent. All a big load of rubbish to keep you distracted, to keep you stupid, to keep you separate, to stop you from understanding. We're all one, we're all beautiful, we're all amazing, wherever you are in the world, which is the only truth that exists. So the media is working. The media is run by big business. They're not going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you, oh yeah, today we went to war in Iraq and Afghanistan to further the interests of a very small cabal of people at the very top who are making billions, whilst we kill 2 million people who may or may not be innocent, and we never really tied anything from Al-Qaeda to Iraq. Oh, hold on. There's a Q in Iraq and there's a Q in Al-Qaeda. There's the link. They make you do stupid things, like join the armed forces, or buy more lies. Why are we buying people? Why are we buying the media lies and the media rubbish? Because they gloss it up, they make a very convincing story about terrorists, very, very convincing. But it's all an illusion. This world has enough food to feed the world 6 times over, not one small child in Africa going starving, yet there's 25,000 people starving per day, and we spent $1.8 trillion in Iraq and Afghanistan. That money from those 2 wars alone, feeding Africa forever. 1.8 trillion. Where does the government get this money from? From the private banks. Where else? Who's running things? It's not the government.
I'm protesting about our involvement in Afghanistan. It's creating more terrorists rather than destroying them. We cannot win there. It's like Vietnam. We don't even know who the enemy are. And the Americans keep on bombing, and they're bombing civilians. That turns them against us. It's not winning hearts and minds. It's just stupidity. They keep on saying our soldiers are dying in Afghanistan to protect the streets of Britain. The terrorists who bombed London didn't come from Afghanistan, they came from Leeds, for God's sake. It's the other direction.
Even if they did bomb the tubes.
They didn't anyway, that was all, that's like 9/11, that's an all inside job actually. The 4th bomb, have you seen that book?
Yeah, I read the 4th bomb.
Yeah, well there you are, you see that's what's really going on. Nobody believes it, well not enough people believe that. It is, it's like the guy was saying, it's a rule by fear.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is. It's so incredible that people find it difficult to believe, but a few people are waking up now, I think.
Yeah. The whole terrorist thing's a big sham, isn't it? If there were really millions of terrorists trying to kill us, there'd be bombs all over the place. I mean, it's not hard.
Well, we created Bin Laden, well the Americans did, the CIA funded him to fight the Russians. Yeah. But when he wouldn't play ball with the Taliban, when they wanted the oil from the Caspian Sea to run a pipeline through Afghanistan, they invited the Taliban to America. Bush did. Tried to persuade them that they didn't play ball, so they had to invade it. That's what it's all about. It's to run the oil and the gas pipelines across Afghanistan. That's what we're there for. Yeah. It's a strategic interest.
So strategic place between...
They've got perpetuating the war on terror. It's nothing to do with that. Yeah. It's to control the resources. They want to control the Middle East. That's where all the oil and gas are. Well, maybe something good's happening because they know that's going to run out eventually. So there are start seeking new technologies, and maybe that's the only hope we have. If they can develop that, if they put all the money of war into developing new technology and alternative energy, which is developing, if they put all the war money that goes into arms goes into that, we will soon get there. We soon get alternative energy enough to feed the world as well.
Yeah.